had anal with my wife for the first time, and she was in total discomfort the whole time. But that's what made it so enjoyable for me. Me 41M and wife 42F have been blissfully together for 10 years, married for 8. We both have high libidos and are enjoying a great sex life. Especially now that we're in our 40s, we have sex a few times a week, more often than not a few times a day. The only time we don't is when she's on her period, which she's not a fan of period sex, but she's a huge fan of sucking dick. I'm lucky I get blowjobs so regularly from someone who does it because she wants to. She's the type of girl that would come to the living room while I'm on the PlayStation and, without saying a word, get down on her knees between my legs, suck me off, swallow, give me a kiss, and leave the room to continue the rest of her day. Now, I'll admit before I met my wife I was not a good partner. I was that guy who pressured his girlfriends into anal and would accidentally slip a finger into her ass without permission while fingering them. Anal was something I really wanted to try but never had a willing partner, and until my wife, something I've never gotten a chance to experience. During a good chunk of my 22nd, I was in a terribly toxic relationship. I was with a girl for 5 years, where we were so incompatible for each other, but we stayed together, I think, out of convenience. It was also what I'd considered my first adult relationship, and I was so inexperienced with actually being a boyfriend and in being in a relationship. I didn't know what I wanted, other than, oh, you're supposed to stick it out and make it work and opposites attract and all the shit Hollywood tells you is a normal relationship. When we finally broke up, although the relationship was bad and I knew for a long time we weren't good for each other, I was still heartbroken. After finally picking up the pieces, I decided to really work on myself and reflect on that relationship and try to understand what went wrong. I looked back at all the girls I dated and realized how incredibly wrong it was to try to pressure those girls into anal, and I really hated myself. I stopped watching porn and did some soul searching. Then, almost like clockwork, when I got to a good place and knew what I wanted in a partner and how I would treat them, I met my wife the old-fashioned way, Ireland, at a party. We really hit it off and it was like magic. Someone who I really connected with and shared the same interests, values, and views on life. We've always been open about sex and talk about what we liked and don't like. Early on in the relationship, she told she can't tell me how many guys she's been with who have pressured her into anal, accidentally slipped it in, or have just straight up anally raped her. I felt disgusted with myself and have never told her that I was that guy. I've never even broached a subject of anal with her. But the ultimate bucket list sex act for her is she really wanted to